Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 9, actually this is a tier 10 game in my tier 9 Tashkent. This will be the ranked commentary for the ship. It's not one of my typical OBS replays. I was just sitting on standby for my team and clan battles and pretty much just queued up in Tashkent and was seeing if I could get some sort of something going. Pretty much just messing around, and had this game, and it's a good representation of how I think a Tashkent's gonna play on Arms Race. The issue with this boat is its concealment. It's going to have a hard time struggling, at least initially, running in, getting the bonuses, securing them for the team, and getting out without taking significant damage. Now, there's always caveats to that, where you might be able to use terrain or something to mask your approach, all the typical Russian stuff that you've seen me do, to basically make your job a little easier sneaking in. Really, this ship's gonna play a lot more like a cruiser than, you know, any of the other ships, any of the other destroyers. The flip side to that is, it's probably going to be the nastiest destroyer for other destroyers to deal with. You've got, you know, a sizable HP pool, you've got a good chunk of HP, you've got repair party, you've got good damage, and then you look at the mini-map, your guns have 15.2 kilometers of range. This is excellent for doing what I'm doing right here. I just pushed up, I spotted, you know, a battleship, and I'm just starting to go to work on these guys, and I'm using, you know, my speed. If you're gonna run this thing in ranked, make sure you've got the extra speed boost consumable, or not consumable, the upgrade that basically turns this into, I believe it's a 3-minute speed boost. You can get them for like under 18k coal, and it's well worth it, especially if you're going to be playing this ship in something like ranked. I don't recommend this ship in ranked. I'm going to come right out and say that I would much rather have any other destroyer other than this ship. The reason being, what I'm doing now, a Zhao's better than this. You know, a Zhao would already have, you know, repeat fires on this guy. A Zhao has more HP. About the only thing you're not going to be able to do in a cruiser is what happens later on, when my team starts folding and the enemy starts capping its base. This ship is probably the best. They call it a fireman, running around the map and just putting out fires. And that's really something that this ship can do beyond what, you know, other ships typically can do. I mean, you're looking at it, and even with my radical maneuvering right now, you're still seeing speeds, you know, over 44 knots, and that's pretty damn quick. Now, speed boost is about to wear off, and you know, I'm just gonna keep going. You know, this is one of the things that you can do with this destroyer, is if you can create a seam in the map and push up. I've herded this Musashi already halfway across the map. There's going to be more that are going to be, you know, having this same issue facing me. This Monarch does a pretty good job using his concealment, sneaking in on me. I see him, so I'm starting to turn away. He's going to get a pretty decent shot in on me. And that's how these battleships deal with you. Is, you know what, I don't want to have you shooting at me at, you know, 13, 14 kilometers where I'm going to struggle to hit you. You know, I'm just going to stealth up, push into you, and, you know, then take a really good whack once I get detected again. And, you know, it'll take them, you can see that hit. You know, that's a good hit right there. That's how you deal with one of these Russian boats. And, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, use my repair party. With this build, I'm running Superintendent. I've got a lot of HP. And I'm just gonna keep, you know, going to town. Now, I can't sustain this level of damage trading, so I'm gonna disengage here. Again, primarily, I'm just acting as a harassing cruiser. Once I'm sure that I'm not gonna get any additional blind fire, I go on ahead, pop my repair, just get moving again. Now, I just popped my repair. I don't instantly want to open right back up. You know, I want to see what this guy's doing. This guy just whacked me pretty good. You know, I want to see, you know, where's his guns, what's going on with him. And I see his guns are turned, and I'm just gonna start lighting into him. And this is, you know, some interesting stuff here. That's a decent amount of DPM off your AP. You know, and he's fairly angled. You know, that last volley, the AP starts dropping off just because he's extremely angled. Don't neglect the AP on these guns. It does absolutely stupid, you know, mind-bending amounts of damage that you'd never believe that you could use AP at, you know, 13, 14 kilometers and have it be your, you know, your best DPM, you know, and your AP can, you know, stellinium. So right here, I'm looking at the mini-map, and I'm trying to clear these guys out because we've got a push coming into my cap. Now, I can't really see my team here, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships, 5 ships down here defending our cap versus 3. I expect my team's going to win this. So I'm not in that big a hurry to start running for the cap. Just going to keep working on these guys. And what's also happening, some of these guys, they're having such a hard time hitting me, they're giving up on dealing with me. I'm just going to shoot at something I can hit. Let's go shoot some bow-on battleships. And it's giving me the ability just to free farm these guys. That's what's happened. That Kurfürst took a look at me, he's like, shit, I can't hit that. It's not even a Cabo where I can get pen damage. He just threw his hands up in the air and said the hell with it. Now, this is also interesting as well. You saw what the AP did to the Monarch earlier. I'm not seeing the, you know, nearly the same return on the Kurfürst. So it's telling me right there, the incremental armor system on the German battleships, AP might not be the best choice. Now, it could be FDG at Bismarck, they're lighter armored than Kurfürst. They might be, you know, viable options for AP. So that's something that you're going to want to experiment if you're going to bring this ship. Eventually, you're going to run into an FDG in rank because somebody will bring that damn thing. And, you know, you're going to have to deal with it. Now, my 5 ships, you know, this Worcester pulled out, so we're down to 4. This Bismarck, I don't know why, but he's running off. We're down to 2 defending Cap, with this Edinburgh pushing in against 3 enemies. The Hipper goes down. Now we have 1 defending our Cap versus 3. Now the Worcester looks like he is coming back, but it's creating a situation right now. I can't cap because we've got this damn Des Moines, and you know, the fire buff that they gave to cruisers, where they reduced the amount of time that fires ticked on cruisers, was a major nerf to the Russian gunboats. It basically made it almost impossible to reliably burn down a cruiser without spending inordinate amounts of time and effort trying to do that. Now, I know this Des Moines, he's just gonna go dark. He's gonna, you know, most likely push into me. That's the smart play. Just zone me out of the radar. I don't want to mix it up with the Des Moines at, you know, 9.9 kilometers, even 11 kilometers. I don't really want to mix it up with a Des Moines. It's too punishing, and the enemy is on my Cap. I've made the decision. I'm just gonna go back, even though I'm all the way across the map. My speed boost just came up. I do have a speed flag. I'm just gonna go for it. Now my team's going to tell me to go on ahead and cap, and this is a misplay here. You see these guys going here? We've got a Low Yang trying to reset Cap right now. He's not gonna be able to do this. He's up against a friggin' Worcester, for crying out loud. It's just not gonna happen, and that guy, you know, kudos to him. He lives as long as he does, trying to keep that Cap reset. Des Moines isn't pushing me, but it's too much HP for me to tackle. I'm just gonna keep going, and you know, this is kind of the stupid thing. This Bismarck's rushing a kiting Des Moines. He's not gonna pin him. He's not gonna do anything to that Des Moines, except maybe, you know, make his adrenaline rush a little better. So, you know, I see this Bismarck is already dead. There's nothing I can really do about it. And yeah, he's healthy right now. He's not gonna be. You know, I've played this Des Moines position enough. He's just gonna die. So while I'm pushing to Cap, I'm just, you know, still fighting, still trying to get resets. They're not aiming at me right now. I think we can pick up the Monarch here. So just slamming out every bit of HE I can. And again, switching back to the Des Moines. The Des Moines so confident. He's literally reversing into this Bismarck. He's staying just outside of secondary range. That's all he's doing. Bismarck pushed in. Okay, the Bismarck bought the bait. And, I mean, you're just going to watch this guy get whittled to nothing. So, I kind of realized this is going to be kind of hard mode, trying to carry this. The Worcester, I mean, this guy would have been great down here earlier, but, you know, it's that move coming out, it made this rough, and I'm really rushing right now, trying to make sure that I can get this reset off. I know now I should be able to get the reset off, The problem is the Bismarck's turning back into me, and this Bismarck did a really good job pushing this Lo Yang away. And now it's time to put on my dancing shoes. And the good news is this ship can get up and move. I'm all the way down 7.2 kilometers from this Worcester. I don't know what that shot was. He gets a good hit there. I get a pretty solid whack back at him with AP. And I would be better at this if I had my speed boost active, but I had to use it to get here. So I'm just doing what I can. Worcester's angled enough. I've got to use HE. And that's going to make my job so much harder to try to get this guy, because I'm just going to only really be able to chip at him, get the occasional fire, and, you know, just, it's going to be rough. I've got 2 fires on the Worcester. I'm throwing shots out there on the Bismarck just to keep him reset. And I'm just trying to pound this Worcester. I want to get this guy out of here before he, you know, is able to go dark or thinks of going dark. That's the move he should make here. Out at this range, I'm almost in complete safety from the Worcester. Actually, it's the Bismarck is the bigger threat to me right now with him turning back in. I'm actually should be inside secondary range. Bismarck did take a shot at me there, and I'm still just doing what I can. I'm back in. The Worcester turns back into me. They're starting to focus me again. You know, cycling my targets. I want to keep people reset. Now, to note, the Worcester and the Bismarck, they're starting to experience some of that demoralization where they're just kind of giving up on shooting at me because they're not hitting me. And, you know, because of that, that's really solid in my opinion. The Worcester manages to steal the Worcester kill. I'm up to, you know, 161k at this point. And mind you, this is only with 1 fire flag. No demo expert. This is a straight max survivability, max gun DPM build. You know, at this point, Worcester's down. Going to town on this Bismarck, and I see the timer right now, and you know, barring god levels of RNG, I'm not going to be able to clean this guy up quick enough. And we're going to lose on points. This guy's sitting in our base. We're not able to have points ticking. Their base is ticking. I'm trying some Hail Mary torpedoes. But I expect this Bismarck is just going to turn right back out again. Here's some AP on it. It's okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Looks like AP might be viable if you can really get it in there. The issue is that Bismarck, his superstructure is so saturated right now. He's taking very little damage from us. I got the fire on the forward part of the superstructure, trying to hit the rear of the ship. Really just trying to drive it home. Got the second fire. Really just, I need this guy dead. You know, that might swing the points if nobody else dies, and then our Worcester goes down, and that pretty much clinches it. Nothing I can do at this point is going to bring us the win.
Двигатель в штатном режиме.
And timer's gonna tick down. I'm just gonna slow this down here. This is the game. Tashkent, I don't recommend her. She can be a really good distraction device that might help your team do something useful. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. It was a pretty entertaining game. So close, so far away. Let down again by my team. Hope you guys are having a good night. I'll talk to you later.